Hello friends, welcome to this new course, Nonprofit Organizational Leadership, and I'm your instructor Sabit Khan. I'm a recent graduate of the PhD program from Virginia Tech in Planning, Governance and Globalization, and in this introductory video I just want to introduce myself, introduce the course and what you can expect, and also to lay out some expectations. Since we're going to be working with each other for the next 6 to 8 weeks, depending on how you pace yourself. I think it's important to lay out a few basics so we can get started. So first things first, what is this course about? So this course, as the title suggests, is about nonprofit organization leadership, which means we'll be looking at any organization that classifies as a nonprofit, and also the lessons learned through this course can be applied to other public-oriented organizations. For instance, I would argue that many of the leadership skills you need for a nonprofit organizations also apply to, for instance, a government institution, a federal or local or state government organization, because essentially you're dealing with institutions that have a public service motivation. So with that having been said, there are a few specifics that apply, I think, to nonprofits, which might not apply to other forms of institutions. We will understand and deconstruct that as we go along. But for now, let's operate with the understanding that these organizations, nonprofits, the umbrella itself applies to any organization that is public oriented, that serves greater common good. All right, so a little about myself first. As I said, I have a PhD from Virginia Tech. I have about a master's in public administration and another master's in international relations, both from the Maxwell School of Citizenship and Public Affairs at Syracuse University. In addition, I bring close to 10 years of professional work experience, having lived and worked in India, UAE, and the US. Much of this work has been actually in the private sector. So I have a strong private sector understanding in public affairs and communications and PR. In addition, my most recent work over the last 4 to 5 years has been in the nonprofit sector. So I bring a blend of both for-profit and as well as nonprofit leadership experience, that's basically my background. And in the course, in the first session, I request you all to please introduce yourself. We will create an introductory discussion board where I expect to learn more about you and also introduce yourself to your peers. And one of the basic things that we expect from this course is constant dialogue and exchanges. We need to learn from each other, to appreciate and understand where each one of us is coming from, and share any leadership insights or experiences that you may have, which might enrich this course. So in part 2 of this video, you will have more in-depth breakdown of the modules, and with each module we will have an introductory video like this, and we will go through some of the key concepts, the key goals and objectives of this course. And at the outset, I want to point out that one of the biggest goals, if you will, of this course is to help you become aware of who you are as a leader. And if you think you're not a leader, think again, because I'm sure each one of us here has led some initiative, some idea, or some campaign in some capacity, even if it is purely intellectual. So one of the first things is to become aware of where you have done that, or is there potential for you to do some sort of work which might impact the greater common good, and how do you lead such an initiative or campaign. So become sensitive to your own understandings of leadership. What are the key attributes that you bring as a human being, what are the life skills, what are the experiences that have shaped you. So we have a few tools to assess your leadership skills as well as your communication skills, which are included in the first module. Then we'll move on to the other aspects to help you develop those skills. Some of them could be related to persuasive communication, because one of the first things any leader has to do is to communicate in a very persuasive manner. So we'll examine these aspects, and at the end of this course you will be able to not only understand the different kinds of leadership skills there are, the different leadership styles, what are the tools that you can use to develop your own leadership skills, how do you resolve conflict, for instance at a workplace situation, and also how do you balance all of the demands of your work as a leader in an intellectual as well as an emotional manner, because you also need to be able to relate to people. And much as you may be technically qualified, unless you're able to motivate people and drive them towards a certain goal, you will not succeed as a leader. And that's something I've seen in my own brief experience working across various organizations, and I'm sure you will appreciate this fact. But we'll dig a little deeper into these aspects. And once again, I welcome you to this course. I hope to learn from you and also share some insights, and hope you have an excellent summer and an excellent course going forward. Watch out for the next introductory video after this, and about 6 more videos for each module.